Alright, sound is on. Hopefully it's loud enough. I've tried maneuvering. My mic is in a new position tonight, so it'll be, yeah, all is good. Good stuff, good stuff. Glad to hear it. So, welcome to the stream, Rose Garden, and, whoever else may be lurking in the background there. This is my first stream back since my bout with COVID-19. So you did a thing. Okay, let's have a little talk before it gets real busy here, Rose. What did you do? Tell me what you did. Then I'll tell you what we're going to do. Oh, yes. So I did a knowledge check for my test. I got a 21. A knowledge check? A 21 out of what? Just did a knowledge check for my test. I got a 21. Oh my god, only me. You did a rule. You did a roll. Oh boy. Okay. So what was... I don't understand. What was it out of? What was the check out of? Oh, okay. How did you get a 21? You have a 20-sided die. It's kind of weird. Oh, I see. Oh! all right. So was it out of 20 then? Was that the total that it was out of? Yep. Okay, perfect. Well, so 21 out of 20. Well, that's pretty darn good. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so let me tell you what we're going to do. We are going to be doing something different on the stream tonight, and something new to me. We are going to be doing missions. I've never actually done a mission. I will confess, they've come out a few months ago, and I never did any. I'm not even sure. I think they came out before the Treebeard server, or maybe they debuted with the Treebeard server. But I've never actually touched a mission. I've leveled 4 characters. Oh, le mission, oui. I've leveled like 4 characters. Well, I think Steely Dad will be my 4th that I get to level 50 without doing any missions. So some people kind of rely on them, I've come to discover, but I'm kind of old school. I just keep questing. That's all I do. I just keep questing and deeding and slaying and, being a hero sort of thing, that I've completely ignored these missions. So this will be... Oh boy. All right. One of my cats has just gotten sick, I think. Well, maybe not. Okay. Yeah. You alright? Okay. So, back to the mission. Oh, real life interferes in streams and in everything, but it's all good. It's all part of the thing. Cats and Bacilla, yeah. So Bacilla's working till 8. That's why we're on. So, let's see here. So I'm going to start with this. So I'm starting in Trestle Bridge. This is the area I'm around in. This is... These are apparently available once you get to level 20. So, and they scale. So we're looking at, like, I'm level 50, so they'll be... Well, hello, Diesel. Hello, Deez. You feeling alright? No? Alright, we'll give you a pet. Yeah, it's busy. It's busy in the street. Okay, so, anyway, yeah, so it scales. So these will be at level 50. I don't even know what they are. I don't even know what I have to do. Yeah, he's getting into bags, though. I don't know what he's doing over there. But, anyway, so we're going to do this, and we're going to try, and my reactions will be real. I've never done any of them. Diesel, stop looking at that bag. All right, go on. Go on. All right. Okay, so here we go. I took some advice from a friend, and he's just like, don't mind me. Yeah, now he's just parked himself. He's just parked himself right in the thing. So, let's see here. So I accepted the first quest, which is complete missions of the Wildwood. So a 0 of 10. So I'm going to do this one. Hey, Bacilla, welcome to the stream. I'm doing missions. And I think, I'm not sure if Diesel got sick in there, but you might come home to a gift. Just letting you know, fair warning. So Diesel's like sitting right here. He's right beside me. He's just parked himself, kind of guarding the entryway, and yeah. So let's get going here. Okay, so mission, looming collapse. What is this? Clean it, geez. I can't, hun. I'm on stream. I'll I'll take a break before you get home, and I'll go see if there's any kind of stuff. He's like, just don't. Yeah, her in the room. She's not gonna yell at me. Okay. Anyway, would you accompany me on a mission, Guardian? The Free Peoples in the Wildwood have reported a group of Tarkrip orcs who head to the mines of Rivendell with bombs and black powder in tow. Sounds like a party. It would seem these foes seek to collapse the mines. If the mines of Rivendell are to ever once again be safe, a group of orcs must be removed. What just happened? Manbear J is raiding with a group of 25 degenerate... Oh, you guys. Degenerate raid, you bunch of lovable degenerates, you. I count myself among you. Welcome to the stream. And Vlad, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you aboard. Was nice doing deeds. I'm the guy who was setting off fireworks while everybody was killing wargs, so that's me. Steely Dad, it's going great. It's going great. I'm ready to start these missions. I'm feeling about 90%. I got to tell you, my voice is almost back to normal. I gotta give this man oh, thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. In my channel, and all these legends. Oh, and there's Catfish. Welcome, and Gondaman, and a lot of these guys are. Am I playing Yellow Guardian? I sure am. Shivani's Epitome. This is my first go. I'm at level 50 now. I just hit level 50 today on Yellow Guardian, and I gotta tell you, it's so much fun. I like Red Guard. Don't get me wrong, but this Yellow Guard is just. It's just pure fun. And Noah, welcome Noah. Noah is the legend known as Pengdir in our kinship. If you guys ever watch that video called Return of the Bowmaster, that's Noah, up on one side and then switches to the other side, with the bow. So, yes, we're all legends. We're all legends in this kinship. So I'm just gonna get going on this mission. Doing missions for the first time. For those of you who just joined, I suppose I should repeat myself because it is a raid, and there are quite a few of you here now. This is my first time doing missions, so the reaction, I am a noob. I am a 13-year Lotro noob when it comes to doing missions. I have no I have no idea what I'm doing. So we did the last Slayer deed in the North Downs, the Worms, and the level me to 38. Right on, Noah, right on. And I'm glad I got to show you guys that cave. So that was fun for me because I was like trying to get you guys to come up. I think Gondo followed me. Up there, and we were waiting. And then I think guys went back down, and then you came back up, and then you went into the troll cave with me. And that is such a cool area. That's why I really wanted you guys to see it. Not too many people know about it. It used to be the old troll harvesting area. Or the old gold spammer area. The gold spammers just used to go in there, and those trolls each dropped 12 silver, and that was a good way to farm. It is a semi-lost area, a great way to describe it. So for all you guys who just came in, did I miss anyone? I got Gondo, Manbear J, Catfish Billy, Shivani's Epitome, Noah. For anyone who came in, thank you for joining. We're just sitting down, probably going to go until about 8 o'clock Eastern time, just because that's when Basila gets home. So it's kind of like that's when the stick comes down, and it's like, hey, get some stuff done around the house, clean up that cat vomit, So anyway, without any further ado, let's start with a riddle before we go in. Let's start with that. This is a good one, nice little intro, a little warmer upper. So let's get this. What flies around all day but never goes anywhere? What flies around all day but never goes anywhere? Let's see who gets this one first while I start the mission. Looming collapse. All right, what the hell do I have to do here? This is the wind? No, but it's something that is moved by the wind. Maybe that's too big of a hint, but it is the first riddle. So, what is this? Pick up the summoning horn. Okay. My anxiety. Yes, Rose Garden. The answer is a flag. A flag, and now you are banned. You have been banned from answering riddles for, well, let's just say another 2 or 3. Give everybody a chance to get some. So it is a flag. It is a flag. So what do I do? Use the call Radrill skill and talk to Radrill? Oh, I think that's this. Okay. Hey, I got an ally here. What's destroy bombs, destroy power crates. Destroy every bomb in case of black power. Feel the bite of black powder that we find within these tunnels. We cannot let these orcs collapse the mine, but then there is so much to be done. Hard hit! Hard hit, my friend. I must say something. I gotta tell you, I did not partake in the hard hit from Lotro stream. I did not. So, making Basila sound like a tyrant. I did not. I couldn't do it to you, hard hit. I just couldn't do that to you. So, let's see here. Destroy bombs, destroy powder crates. All right, let's go. Okay, so Sights of the Wildwood. Let's see. Now, she has a ring. Does she just constantly have this ring? Oh, I guess she does. Okay. There's a powder crate. There's a bomb. Alright. Those others are heathens. I'm sorry, MVJ. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. You know, like, hard hit's never done anything but be kind to me. Kind of like Milch. So, you know, it's really, really hard for me to just kind of beat up on him, you know, so. Oh boy. So I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing much better. Recovered pretty much completely from the COVID. I started COVID-19 blink twice if you see. I was only one. Speaking of where is Milch? Where is my legendary friend? So yeah, so I caught it like last Friday. It's getting deep in here. Oh boy, Gondo, can't drive you out, man. I can't drive you out. You're my senior in this kin, my captain, my king, I think. No, you're my burglar. So I'm glad you guys were able to get all those Slayer deeds done. Sorry, I got a lot of Slayer deeds done earlier on this character. The only thing that I needed to do in here was actually like ride to Dol Dinin and a couple of other areas and get the Strongholds deed, which I suggest you guys do. I think you have to wait until you're about level 28, 29, but then you can suicide it, or you can actually like fight your way through it depending on what level you are. But the Strongholds, the last two I think, go through Dol Dinin. Now this looks familiar. This looks like a thing in Rohan where you have to rebuild Hitbold. And look at all this crap. Look at all this crap here. Powder crates, bombs. Oh my. I tell you, if the flatulent flautists ever found their way down here and someone struck a match. Whew. Awful. So let's talk about the flatulent flautist as I kind of figure my way out here, getting these bombs and powder crates. So, just so you know, so you're aware, I actually, I left my old kinship. It would leave a crater the size of Minas Tirith. I left my old kinship on, I believe it was Saturday on the weekend. And it had nothing to do with the flautists, actually. I had a character in the flautist before I left. And, it really wasn't like jumping from one kin. My other characters are not kinned. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit later about something that's kind of near and dear to me in Lotro, and that's a little matter of kinship bullying. And it's just something that's prevalent, and not a lot of kin leaders may. Now, this is trouble. I think I missed a bomb. I have 9 bombs. Let's spam the delete key. Oh yeah, there it is. It's up there. Now, how do I get up there? That road there. Where does that lead? Well, it leads to another bomb. So, so I did this. So I left my kinship, the Dances with Ints. Now, don't get me wrong. Dances with Ints is a kinship I would recommend to like everybody on the server. Really swell group of people. The leader of that kinship kind of runs the kinship with like an iron fist, but it's kind of needed, and it shows because you know everybody's friendly. No, there's rarely any drama. Return to the mine entrance. Well, what? I can't be done. It was so. Here's what happened. I'm going to tell this story, and it it may be something that we can learn from, or it may be something that like is kind of shocking. But oh! What are you doing here? What? Ambush! I didn't even get a chance to mark these guys. Completed mission. Completed them. What happened? Why are all these? The orcs finally... So, John, welcome! John, is this what happens? Like, do the orcs just not... Mission reward. Freeland Woodmark. Now there's leaders all over. Talk to Radrill. Where is Radrill? I think it's up here. I think this is where I came in. Or maybe it's at the bottom. Map is done. I did the knowledge check for nothing. It's a bug if you run forward too fast at the start. Oh! So... But I get credit for completing it? Is it one of my missions now? I don't have to do it again? I can't remember which way I came in. I think I came in... Okay, it's done. Thanks, Gondo. Can I just leave instance now? Like, can I right-click and just leave instance? Will that work too? Or it says talk to Radrill. Okay, cage door. This is probably the way out. Is this the way out? No? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the instance here. It's complete because killing orcs was not a prerequisite. Leave instance. All right, here we go. So back to the story about bullying. So I wasn't. Here's the deal. So I'm like an experienced player. Yes, you know there are other players who are founders on the server who have played longer than I have. There are people who have played till like level 140 on the server, so they know a lot more about instances or stuff that's of higher level. My max character I think is level 115. So anything past, I think anything around Minas Tirith, I never got to. Hey, so there's my first mission done. Right on. Okay. Well, that was easy. That's like the staples button. Assault on Trestle Bridge. Okay, I have an urgent request. A large band of foes of the Free Peoples has been spotted heading toward the town of Trestle Bridge. Their numbers are numerous, and they have been slowly surrounding the town from all sides. If Trestle Bridge is to stand... just woke a swimmer the roo woke up from a 2-hour nap. Well, there's my teenager right there. Okay, so let's see here. Twist Burning Shield. Some monsters in this mission will apply a flaming reflect shield to themselves. Oh, that's dirty. That is dirty. Band of foes approaches the town of Trestle Bridge. Town must not fall. Okay. Okay, so so I like to help. As those who are in the Flatulent Flautists may tell, I guess. I do like to assist. I like to offer advice. I just realized 12 levels away from Mori on my hunter. Yeah, Noah. Yeah. And you can actually start the legendary quest around I would recommend around 46, 47 if you wanted to just get your weapon and then go back and do whatever it was you're doing, but start that legendary weapon grind. You can probably start it as a hunter on deadly, maybe 47, I'd say, maybe even 48. But anyway, okay. So use the call. There we go. Talk to Radrill.
What do you need?
All right, where are we gonna go? Where do we have to go here, Radrill?
How can I be of service?
Whoa! There's screen of death just happened. So anyway, so I was helping out in this kin, and I had an old friend in that kin of 12 years of Lotro. Like we used to do school and library when basically those instances kind of first came out. Now, do I have to defend the? It says call her and talk to her, but I didn't. Oh, there we go. Okay. Defend Trestle Bridge against the first assault. Does it come from the bridge as like the book? Or should I be going to the other side? Which side are they coming from? So, in the course of doing this, another thing about folks in my kinship can tell I do level quickly. Like, there's a bunch of flags. Is it on the bridge? Do I have to cross? Oh, back at the beginning. Okay. Zoom. Off we go. Watch Trestle Bridge just fall. You failed the mission. You just what a sad excuse for a guard you are. Across from Nellie's. Like over here? Nellie's up on a porch here, right? Oh no, Nellie's, yeah, that's Nellie Boskin's house. So over here. Like this. Oh, wait, there's a red dot. There we go. There they come. Okay. Okay, thanks guys. You know, like I said, total noob. I've never done a mission before. This is totally my first, I'm a mission noob. so I was helping. I was just offering some advice on people, because one of the things that's out, rest and regroup by the first banner. There's one thing that was out with the new Lothlorien, Wildwood Captain. With the new Lothlorien places. Oh, he's an enemy. Oh well. You don't have to tell me twice. Don't threaten me with a good time here, Wildwood Captain. So yeah, so I was offering some advice because there's a really nice set of jewelry for melee characters in Firestarter. I'll start the fire. Rest a moment to regroup by the second banner. Okay, where's the second banner now? Oh, this is it. Okay. So, I was recommending it to some people in the kin. I said, you know, those of us who are melee, including my burglar, because I was playing on my burglar at the time. I had a burglar, a champion, and a minstrel in that kin. And, so I recommended, ooh, look at this guy's beard. He's got quite the beard. Let's take that. Down goes Frasier. So, anyway, I recommended the jewelry, and I guess what had happened is I guess, now there was an officer in that kin. I guess I should give a bit of backtrack. So my friend and I from 12 years were in the same kin, and he really appreciated me joining because they were trying to run some content, and, you know, just an experienced raider is always helpful, especially if you've done the tier 2 and tier 3 grind before. Just because some of the tier 3 stuff is difficult, and it requires more than just, like, you know, face rolling and button mashing. You just have to know where to stand, or you have to, you know, like, all be on the same page as far as using a particular skill. It's not rocket science, it's just, like, you know, it takes practice and whatever. So, anyway, so we had a lot of fun. We were having fun doing those instances, but it seemed like there was one officer who just really enjoyed kind of being the officer, like the guy who, you know, knew everything. So now I guess, well, that's it. Damn, these are so cool. These are just like they take about like 5-10 minutes each. Well, as far as these goes, maybe it's just some longer ones, but good stuff. All right, well, that's 2 down. So, let's see here. Assault on Trestle Bridge, finished up. What's the next? Attack on Cotfast. I don't even know where that is. Would you accompany me on a mission? The free peoples in the Wildwood have reported nothing but troubles from the village of Cotfast that lies within. I don't even know where this village is. There are reports of provisions being stolen and forest creatures being captured. If the Wildwood is ever to be peaceful, the problems in the village of Cotfast will need to be resolved. Okay. Fair enough. I anticipate it's the same kind of thing. Where I go. I should have read that. I just realized that. I just kind of clicked through it. I see enemies. Pick up the summoning horn. Okay. Use Cal Red and talk to... Okay. It's kind of a familiar thing here. I'll get back to that story in just a second, guys. Retrieve stolen goods. Free caged animals. Let us tread carefully. Many foes lurking. Oh, I'll lurk. I'll lurk them. I'll learn you. These are a lot like the... These are real. They really are. They're a lot like the Hitbolt quests in Rohan when you're trying to rebuild Hitbolt. I don't really want to spoil it, but those were some of my favorite moments in the game. So anyway, so this officer, he really liked kind of being the one who knew everything. He was the one who was, you know, like giving the advice for every class and etc. Now, you know, I've had experience with folks like that before. It's not a big deal to me. I just usually kind of ignore them, and, you know, I'll offer the advice because there's some people who may, you know, have a difference of opinion. Oh boy, look at her. She's getting in way over her head. Okay. Okay, I need to start using this marker. Now, I'm not sure if the deadly thing triggers in these. Oh yeah, there, he's got the eye of the Hound of Sauron. Alright. So, anyway, so I guess he had an issue with my advice anyway. So he, on the Discord server, I'll kind of just get to the point. On the Kin's Discord server, he posted something very rude. and it was like a personal attack. It was like, you know, kind of like I recommend this jewelry. So it was like, just because some people think that the sun shines out of this jewelry doesn't mean it's you know, like the best jewelry for everyone. And he actually went out to a point to like post comparative pictures of his weapon before the jewelry and after, despite the fact that it comes from a skill that procs 15% of the time, or that procs during a fight. Like, you can't really measure that before a fight starts. Anyway, regardless of what the thing is, so at that point I was like, you know, it's been a slice, but I really don't like drama. I don't like, you know, like to step on anyone's toes in kinship. This guy's been here longer than I have. So I really do, I was just like, you know, I'm gonna talk to the kin leader and I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm just gonna tell him exactly why I'm leaving. And, you know, I'm you know, and it all worked out great, guys. If you ever have a situation like this, my experience with our kin leader on that server, or in that kinship, was nothing but positive. He asked who the officer was, and he also had my close friend of 12 years in the conversation with me, and we agreed that it was kind of, it wasn't very ideal. It was a shame, really, but at the same time, no one plays this game to be harassed or told what to do or bullied, or, you know, you're playing a game. It's for fun, you know. So one thing I've learned over the years is that some people appreciate the advice and some people like to figure things out on themselves. So, you know, I respect both those opinions. So that's what happened. It was an amicable parting from kind of a difficult situation. Why are you having... You know, she's a lousy fighter. I will say that. If she's having trouble with this 3,000 hit point mob, where is this person from? She's not much of an asset. So that's my story, and that's a little bit about kinship bullying. Is just, you know, now, you know, it's kind of funny because we just... Manbear J has started a kinship on this server that's really fun. It's honestly the most fun I think I've had in a kinship in a long time. Why? Because it's only it's like for fun. It's the primary aspect is fun. It's not like taking itself too seriously. It's not, you know, even it's called the Flatulent Flautists, you know, so it's not like, you know, the Warriors of Numenor, or like, you know, Foes of Sauron or something. I mean, we're a bunch of, you know, flatulent flute playing people. That's, I guess, players. So, you know, that's a big change of pace. And but the nice thing about the kin is that there will be people, and there are people who you know, they enjoy what they're doing. Like they want to play seriously. They want to, like, you know, I'll give you an example. You know, we have a new legendary weapon system, and, you know, a lot of people enjoy that like, let's max out our weapons, let's get all the cool stuff for them, and it makes you more powerful. It makes you a better player, without a doubt. Like, you're gonna do more damage, you're gonna be, some of the skills, the bonuses are great, you know, but at the same time, it's like, we're level 60. You know, and like, maybe the need for the having the maxed out versions of the weapons is more prevalent when you're at level 140 trying to do tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 raids. But certainly not on Treebeard, where we don't even have it. I think we have a tier 3 rift, and that's like the top-notch raid on the server. So you know, I don't tell anybody, hey, you know, like, you're wasting your time grinding for these things right now. I disagree. I think if it's worth, if they think it's worth their while, then that's great. But if it's something that's going to interfere with my fun, if I'm being pressured into, like, you know, you're a lousy guardian, why? Because your weapon is crap, you know, that sounds reasonable. I can't imagine the raids being unreasonably difficult without top tier stuff. Yeah, for sure. And I'll tell you one thing, Manbear J. We were talking about virtues in the kin, and I've given a virtue tutorial in a previous stream. Return to the western entrance. Okay. It's all about fun with us, and we all have different ways of playing the game, and that is my definition of, like, the perfect kin. So it works for me. I'm very, very happy being here. And this is it. This is Return to the West Entrance. Mission complete. Yeah. These missions are kick arse. All right. They really do take me back to Rohan. So yeah, so that's kind of like my take on that. You know, like I'm a big fan of like just do your own thing. Like our kinship, sometimes it's quiet, you know, like no one's talking, no one's, you know, like chatting or whatever. And then sometimes the chat just blows up and people ask questions and people talk, and you know, we're posting like links to watch, you know, like Ping Deer shoot everybody from like the, you know, the walls of, you know. Anyway, it's fun. It's a good mix. So and I wouldn't trade that. But you know, it's just something to be wary about. You know, like you're, you know, as my uncle used to say, and this is PG. This is a PG channel, but I'll give his quote there. You know, like opinions are like arseholes. Everyone has one. So take that for what it's worth. You know, it's like your opinion is your own. My opinion is my own, and I wouldn't push it on anybody. There's Yada. There's old Yada. Wave to him. He's doing some missions. Maybe doing some missions. Would you accompany me on a mission? And I just got slapped on the cheek. Well, thanks, Yada. Not really sure what that's all about, but he's jumping around now. Anyway, takes all kinds, folks. Takes all kinds. The free people's in the Wildwood. Now he's laughing. So let's see here. Reported seeing the scuttling legs of spiders in and out their mines. Okay, so more spiders. This is again one of those things. So, and now he's in a mission. So we're both here in Trestlebridge. We're both doing missions. So exactly, and they all stink. Yeah. Yep. Those opinions. So pick up the summoning horn. I'm not sure if our friend is. Let's see here. I don't know if our friend's in chat. Is Nakot here? Is he in chat? Did he raid with you in the raid? Oh, look at this place. Look at this filth. This is my personal nightmare, folks. If this was a real life mission, fail. Wouldn't even get past the beginning. Oh boy. Oh boy. It looks like they may have. Well, I see that it looks like I'm just removing about the same area. This is disgusting. What the? Oh no, you know what? I did this wrong, I bet. It says use the Oh no, I can do it right here. Okay.
What can I do for you?
Spiders. I see the spiders have infested these tunnels in the deepest... Okay. Oh! Oh no. I probably should have talked to her first, and then she would have had me blow up all these nests on the way. Okay, that's not a big deal. I'll just go back up. It's a noob mission doer. I don't know. I'm hitting the delete keys. Oh, no. There's one, but... Oh my god. What have I stumbled into here? Well, I will say this. You know, I've now done a few missions, and this is not one of my favorite ones. All right, summoning horn. We never sniff options. Yeah, or never sniff opinions. That's right. So yeah, so let's talk now about the flatulent flautists. That is my new kin. It's the only kin I'm a member of now. I have one character in it. We just hit rank 5 as a kinship today. So we've opened up the kin mail option. I'm really surprised. Holy shizen, look at this stuff. Oh boy. Hello. Oh, and they've got corruptions on them too. Have to use Sting! My skill Sting! Ryland set. Is this where I go down? Yeah. Oh, what a disgust. Oh my goodness! Look at the size of that big meat. That is a beefy spider. Okay. So, anyway. So we reached rank 5. And, if you're on the server, and if you're still looking for a kid, and you're in it for fun, and you want to have fun, and it doesn't matter what time zone, because we've got some folks coming from the UK, we got some folks coming from North America, so there's usually someone on. I think unless it's really late at night here in North America, but you know, give us a try. Send Manbear J or Jay the Dwarf a tell, or you can send a tell to me. I'm Steely Dad in the kin. No 2021, just Steely Dad. Okay, now. What the? Oh, these are dirty spiders. What is going on here? There. You know, I gotta tell you a story. Just before Christmas, so Basil and I were kind of talking about, we've been talking about cleaning out the basement forever. And just like, we have kind of a storage area down there, and we're both afraid to go down there. We're getting new members every day. It couldn't be going better. Yes, partially, I know I roped in at least one with my message, my recruitment message. So, I might actually do a recruiting message live, like in stream. You know, we'll see if we can get someone new in the kin, like live. Basil and I were talking about cleaning out this crawl space. Well, not a crawl space. It's just kind of a furnace room, and there's storage in there. But we're both afraid to go in there because there's spiders. I do not like spiders. I don't like them in real life. I will run. They're just not my thing. Some people like them, and they're entitled to their own opinion, but you know what I feel about opinions. So I will say that yes. So we called in the backup. We called in Basila's mom. Okay, so Mama Bear Basila came to the house, and she took my shop back, and she basically wiped so much spider ass in that crawl space that the spiders, I don't even know if they've come back. I think they've just decided we're better off somewhere else. So she did all the work, we did all the appreciating, and oh, look at these buggers. So yeah, it was quite the epic moment. We also had mice down there, but I think they're gone. It's an old building, that's the thing. So like, we don't even open that door about 95% of the time. We do twice a winter, basically, to clean out the furnace filters, you know, and put in the new 3-month one, and then oh boy, I'm stuck. What the hell? I'm rooted. Okay, I'm up. So she got 15 Lotro points down there. She certainly did. She was epic. Okay, now there's a little lantern here. So we were pretty happy when we got our crawl space back. Okay, now I'm looking for another brood mother. Oh boy, I don't even know where to go. God. People must, like, they must come in here, and having done this, like, you know, quite a few times, they must know exactly where these broodmother is. This is just creeping me right out, not gonna lie. I think this is a new direction. Maybe? Oh, lurker. Okay. So yeah, so that's that story. When we come out of here, we're gonna... Oh, why aren't you broodmothers? Why are you not... Oh, they're making nasty gurgling sounds. They sound like you just visited a Taco Bell. Oh boy, alright. Oh, I think I'm going the right way. There's creepers now. Whoa, lurker. These reactions are genuine, folks. I've never played the missions. I don't know anything about them. So they're quite the eye opener, no mistake. But this is pretty neat, and as far as I know, I think there's like 40 missions that you can do every day. Like, I know there's these ones, and then there's ones in Rivendell. Oh boy, this one has multiple corruptions. Okay, alright, take that shield bash. Down goes mother. Return to the spider tunnel entrance. Oh my god, how does one even do that? I wonder if I could exit the instance and come back in, and it would say, oh, congratulations, you're back at the entrance. Probably not. I should just try to find my way back. It'd be nice if there was a nice big sign in here that just said entrance this way. I think this may be it. Yes, so while I'm trying to find the way... Oh, that was just a room. That was just a room. Oh my. Alright. This could be interesting. Trapped in the spider cave. Okay, so... now, could this be it? It's a long tunnel. I think this is it. I think this kind of leads back to where I started from. God, I hope so. Oh, this seems to be... Mission reward, there it is. Okay, how do I get there? I think I just go around. Okay. It's a bit of a maze in there. Yes, Noah. Yeah, thank you for that that observation, because I'm certainly feeling like it right now. I'm not sure how to get there. I think maybe I have to go across and then come back around, maybe? Like down one side and up the other? Okay, let's try that. Is there a way up on this side? Mission complete. Can I reach that up there from down here? No. Oh! Oh, I see. Okay, there we go. Alright. There we go. Alright. Yay! Another mission done. Alright, so yeah, so the flautists are, thanks, John. The flautists are quite the merry bunch. So far, let me list off what we've done. First of all, I'm going to ask a riddle, and while you ponder this riddle, I'll list off some of our recent to-do things that we've done. So, here's the riddle. What's as small as a mouse, but guards a house like a lion? What's as small as a mouse, but guards a house like a lion? And thank you, Rose. Thank you for not answering. Let's have this out there. So I will say that I believe it was on Saturday. We kind of do something every day, usually around like 2 p.m. server time. A security camera. Think more like Middle Earth time period, fictional fantasy or RPG. What's as small as a mouse but guards a house like a lion? And not a security camera, Manbear J. So far we've gone to, we formed a raid, and I believe we had almost 12 people. If not, we did have 12 people. And we stormed the Chetwood Forest, and we actually ended the menace of Jagger Jack, back in the Black Wolves headquarters. And we proceeded then to dance and set fireworks off and burn the Chetwood. A keyhole. You're getting warm. You're getting warmer. You're almost there. Let's just put it that way. So that was on day 1. Now that was to Killer Chagrin because we have a lock. Yes, Noah. Yes, a lock is the answer. Right on. Ding, ding, ding. I need a bell. A steel one. So so we did that on day 1, and then on day 2, we had a Shire Pub Crawl. So we went to all the pubs in the Shire. Just, played music, smoked, had fun, did some dancing in each one. We even hit up like the party tree, I think, set off fireworks. It was just a big party. And then we made our way all the way over to Bree to the Prancing Pony and proceeded to put on about an hour-long concert and just more fun and dancing and whatever. And it was just a really good time. So that was day 2. Then day 3, this is just recently, we did I think all the deeds in the Shire, most of the kinfolk did a deed day, so they went to the Shire, cleaned out the whole thing, slugs and all. And then today, they went to the North Downs, and I joined them for a brief period for the trolls, and then for just for kind of directions to a couple of hot spots for deeding. So and who knows what we're gonna do tomorrow? Basically, our kin leader is on hiatus. He's playing New World, so I understand the need there. So maybe tomorrow we can put together like a little Erluin deed out or something like that, and we can work with that. So we'll figure something out between the flatulence. We'll float something out. So so that's kind of like what we do, and all the while we're having fun setting off fireworks, just kind of being goofy. It's a really good time. It's like just breathe, have fun, play the game, so. Okay, so I did this. Now, mission number 5. Invaders on the Deep. Would you accompany me on a mission? The people's in the mines again? Half-orcs this time? These mines, they need like full-time security people. What the hell? The rangers are up here. Twist traps. Some monsters will attempt to lay down traps that give you a debuff. Okay, so let's see here. So, let's see here. So we've got Jay the Dwarf logging out. Jay the Legend has come online. I will tell you this. In my recruiting message, in our kin chat, we refer to us as a kinship of legends. So by all means, if you want to roll a character on the Treebeard server, you could do worse. You really could. I believe my message today. Let me see if I can. I'm going to send this one. Oh no, I'm in the middle of a mission. I'll send it out after. Anyway, okay. So one more riddle. I'm going to send this out, and then I'm going to start this mission. So you can ponder it while I quest here. What gets whiter the dirtier it gets? What gets whiter the dirtier it gets? Rose, no answering. In case your little thick fingers were getting ready to tap out that answer. Man Bear J has the right answer. The chalkboard, folks. The chalkboard gets whiter the dirtier it gets. So, right on. Half-orc overseer, mining supplies, and mining carts. Okay, half-orcs do not just guard the end, it is a mining operation at first. Find and defeat the overseers. Okay, is this an above-ground mine? What are you doing floating away? There we go. Okay, where is the mine? Where is the mine? I will have these lands off good, and you're going to go working in the mines. If you can tell me where that quote came from, I don't know how to give channel points, so maybe Rose can dole out 500 channel points. I don't know if we can do such a thing yet, but if you can tell me where... Yes, John, right on. Right on. That is awesome. Awesome. A fellow Willow fan. Willow Offgood. So, Rose, I don't know if we can give away channel points, but what is this, an open pit mine? Nope. Okay, sorry. All right. So, let's put it on the to-do list. All right, good stuff. Put it on the dream list, eh? We'll see if we can get that. All right, so this is pretty cool. This is pretty easy. It's just some overland battles. Yep, add it to my page. Good stuff. Good stuff. The Rose Garden is my mod. She's also my family. She is my cousin. Her and that can't be done. You can give away chatbot points, but not the Twitch Connect. Oh, maybe that's it. Chatbot points, but we have to set that up first. Okay, Rose, one thing at a time. We'll get this done. We'll get this done, lady. We'll get it done. So, yeah. So she's really giving me her and her brother, my other cousin. Dom, real Mr. Dom, who has started streaming again. I forgot, you know, maybe Rose can figure out a way to kind of plug his channel. He plays League of Legends, which is something that we could actually like put as an underscore for our kinship. You know, like if we had a subtitle, that would probably be it, just a League of Legends, or a you know, magnificent legendary people. Anyway, so they kind of were there it is, a Twitch TV real Mr. Dom. So, they were really responsible for getting me going. You know, as you can tell, I'm a little bit on the older side. I'm not by no means like, you know, I'm still on the right side of 50, that's for sure. I will say that. So, but you know, as far as figuring stuff out, I do have a full-time job, so I do, you know, this is something that's just kind of, I love playing Lotro as a pastime, so this is kind of just something that kind of derived from a love of playing the game, and having a lot to say. So, they were able to get me set up on, how dare you defy Sharky's orders? Well, feel my boot. Alright. So there's an Overseer. 4 out of 10 carts. That looks like we... I don't know if we have to go in there or not. But... So, yeah. So let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Flatulent Flautist, kinship bullying, old places. That was the next thing. So old places. And by the way, thanks for joining the stream. If you're enjoying the stream and you're liking what you hear, it's kind of casual. It's a PG rated stream. It's more or less just like adventures in Middle Earth and talking my way through them and sharing some. What I like about it is I've been playing for a long time and I really like these. Treebeard's so ideal. I think if I wasn't on Treebeard, I would not be streaming. I will say that with confidence. Treebeard's so great because it lets you relive the nostalgia, you know, of the early years. The game isn't quite the same. they cut off all expansion packs, and then they actually insert them one by one as you progress. Every 6 months we get a new expansion. The most recent being the Mines of Moria. Now, can I even get back there? Do I have to hack this? How do I get back there? Maybe there's more people that I'm supposed to fight here. I think I missed something. I've got 1/2 of everything. Maybe there's like a second mine. Well, that doesn't do me any good. Is there a second mine? Doesn't look like it. I don't see any enemies either. Up there, down there. Yes, there is a second mine. Okay. Which way should I be going, Noah? Should I follow the road? Any road? Or like this? Do I go around? To my right. This way. Let me know if I'm going the right way. Oh, I think I see it. It's over there. Yeah. All right. Right on. Thanks, Noah. Appreciate that. All right. So, so let's see here. So, old places. So, today, while we were doing some deeds, I was able to actually show some folks in my kinship a place that they'd never been to before, or they'd been to so damn long ago that it was forgotten. And it is the mine in the North Downs, or not the mine. I'm mining on the brain here. It is a cave in the North Downs that has a boatload of trolls. You can basically go in there with 0 trolls, and now that they've kind of nerfed the troll deed, I think you can get all the trolls. You can get them all in that cave. There are so many trolls. I forgot how many trolls there were until we were going through it, and then I was like, okay, these guys must be done. You know, we were kind of halfway done before we even went in there, but it was still fun. And right at the end of that cave, it's actually quite the spectacular sight. It's a really neat kind of like Indiana Jones style temple, like underneath the ground. There's a big statue. I never knew about that cave. That's the one south of Mellowine and John. Yep, I led them in. You know, led them into the mines, or the cave. And so for those of us who I mean, the thing is they changed the quests in the North Downs, and I think that's when people stopped going in there, because in the olden days, you actually needed in order to complete all the quests of Mellowine, you needed to complete a quest in the cave, and they gave it to you in the town. It's the quest to kill the troll leader or something like that. So when you enter the cave, they bestow it on you. So it's kind of an auto bestow thing. And so Jay was kind of leading Swimmeroo. Swimmer-the-roo. Thanks for the host, Swimmeroo. So while we were down there, we got the thing, and I led them right through to the end of this cave, and you know, just tons of trolls. And we knew that cave kind of had a bit of a taste of infamy back then. Oh, he just knocked her out. Because that is the cave where the gold spammers, back in the day when Lotro had gold spammers, that is the cave they used to basically go in there. And it was kind of funny, because you'd see all these characters down there, and you could send them tells, and you could, you know, like, say, hey, you want to join up in a group, you know, so we can kill them together or whatever. They would not respond. They'd just go around farming these trolls, because the trolls dropped about 13 silver each. So back then, gold was also extremely more difficult to get with, so or to acquire. So we did have the gold spammers back then. This Yellow Guardian is amazing. I gotta say, I'll talk about that too. That's kind of on my list. But so places like that, those old places, especially when it comes to deeding, I always get a kick out of. You know, I always like, hey, did you guys ever check this out? Do you guys know about this place? You know, and there's just places like that kind of scattered throughout the new Middle Earth that either a quest has changed and you don't have to go back there. I think a good example of that would be in the Lone Lands. Because in the Lone Lands, after they did the great revamp in the Lone Lands, the quest on the Weathertop, where it's now part of the epic storyline, like you have to do that quest on Weathertop, it's either solo or with a fellowship, that was an optional quest back then. It was its own chain. And people never used to do those quests. They used to go up to the top of the Weathertop area, Sometimes you'd go there for a cooking quest. I don't know if you all remember those. If you remember the crafting quests, and that's another thing. It's not only quests, it's mobs. And I'll talk about that in a second. I think this is my last card. Return to the small cabin near the East Delph. Okay. So the back when Lotro was young as well, and crafting was a little bit different. Basically, once you reached the artisan tier, you had to use superior crafting benches and studies and work tables and forges and such to make your stuff. So back in that day, when you used to hit level 15, and then I think it was level 30, there were two, 15 and 30, yes. There were the crafting quests. And I know one of them, the cooking quest, return to the small cabin. I think this is the way I go. Oh, and they're playing the Breland jig. Look at that. You used to have to go to Weathertop, and around the back of Weathertop, there used to be this little shrub that was growing there, and you'd have to pick it up and bring it back to the Shire, and and then you'd be allowed. Basically, at level 15, then you were allowed to progress. And then there was another one at level 30, I think, for some things, or maybe for all of them. I don't even remember all of them. Speak to her to go back to Trestle Bridge, but I think I lost her. Alright, I'm just going to leave the instance. That's cool. These are really neat. I like these missions. They're if I would have known about them. You know what, though? I'm doing something wrong. And I realize what I'm doing now, because I remember hearing folks like... So, XP really right now at this moment is not my major issue, but I know what I'm supposed to be doing is I'm supposed to be keeping all these missions, and then if I want to pop a tome of experience, I just like hand them all in at the same time and collect all this XP. I get it now. I get what people are talking about. So I'm doing it one at a time. It's not honestly a big deal. I'm more doing it just to do them for the first time than actually like doing them. Although I'm curious, I do have a question, and that's there's some really nice jewelry pieces from these missions. I know that I think there are bracelets, or there are rings and earrings maybe, and I think you get the rings from Rivendell and you get the earrings from here. I'm not sure, but anyway, they have nice stats. Now I'm wondering if I do these missions at level 60 and I barter for that item, will it be a level 60 earring? Because I just saw everybody with their level 50 stuff. So I don't know if it scales even higher, so I think, yes, John, I was just getting to that. I think as a level 30 tailor, you had to kill Trample Tusker, or whatever the Auroch's name was, in the North Downs. Yes, it was, Trestle Bridge gives the earrings and Rivendell gives the rings. Right on, Noah. Thanks. I hope they scale. So yes, he's in the hills between Estelden and Mellowine, and that Auroch, that the quest Auroch is there. So mission lockdown. Okay. Would you accompany me? The free people, brigands, barricaded themselves in the mines. What the hell? These gated. You must find a way to breach a barrier to reach your mission objectives. Okay. Oh yes. Let's see. Collect the horn. Blow the horn. Yeah. So those crafting quests are pretty. There's a dwarf. No, it's not a dwarf. There's a man who is in an area in the lowlands by where that little camp is, where you go into to find the statue of the maiden and all that, by where old Mugwort is. Anyway, there's a dude. I think he was the jeweler quest. You used to have to go and just kill that guy in there. You can farm for the tokens to get level 20, 30, 40, and so on, earrings and rings. Right on. Thank you. Hey, retrieve stolen goods, unlock the first barricade, second barricade, third. Before we get going, I see the brigands and I'm gonna pose a riddle. Let's have a riddle. This is a long one, okay? So let's see if we can get this. I'll be lurking. Alright, thanks, Rose. On the wall, in the air. You just want me out of your hair. Try to catch me, but you cannot, for my vision is 1,000-fold. What am I? Not really a rhymer after the first level part, but Manbear J, fly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fly. You're on the pin, Manbear J. You're on fire tonight. What a legend. It's a good thing he's in it. Good thing. There's our pin leader, just kind of proving why he's the head potato, the head cheese. On the ball. Ooh, a rose. Haha, easy. Maybe it was an easy one. Maybe it was, but I've got a couple of good ones up my sleeve. That's why they pay him the big bucks, John. Yep, that's right. That's right. So for those of you who are watching the stream, welcome aboard. If you're just tuning in, if you've been here since the beginning or close by or since the raid, thank you for staying with us. We are doing missions in the North Downs for the first time. There's one I could call. I will gladly play the part of Old Ballin for the Oak Chill. Although I do have the Thorn O license plate, so I will keep that claim to fame. Old Ballin. What a great dwarf. He was honestly my favorite. Not a doubt. I am like circling these guys. Found a key to unlock the first barricade. Yipper. Oh boy. Okay. So if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit the follow button. I would appreciate the follow, and you know, we'd hope that you'd join us again for more fun, more riddles, more revelations, more flatulent flouting, more flatulent flouting. Yes, yes, that works. So a little bit more of everything is what we're going for. This is a little bit of an odd stream, I will admit. Normally I'm roaming around Middle Earth somewhere, you know, and kind of being trying to be as good of a hero that I can. What the heck is this guy? Oh, he's a signature. But I decided that tonight was going to be a great night to try to run these missions and to see what they were all about. And I'm glad I did, because they're a lot of fun. So here's my dilemma now. Here is my dilemma. Knowing how... Now I've only done like... I shouldn't get ahead of myself here. I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Is that John? Is that John logging? It is. It is. John logging into Lotro. Right on. So, I don't know if I'm going to incorporate this now into my leveling. I feel like I should. I feel like I should somehow. Oh, I can open this one. Okay. And, you know, it may be one of those things. So, I know this. I say this too, and I really feel bad every time it kind of happens. Is, I know some of my kin, like, I lucked out. So, I happened to buy the... I don't often buy things from Lotro. I really don't. Like, I have a lifetime membership, so I don't really have to buy a whole lot. And I get the 500 points every month, you know, for those. So usually maybe once a year I'll treat myself to some points. Like, I'll get myself points when they're on sale or something like that. But in the recent year, I really felt like, hey, you know, like, I can do my part to support this game. It's kind of kept me in entertainment. Oh, look at the Cappy here. Let's put a mark on him. My progression with my guardian here. Look at that. This yellow guard is just crazy. Like I said, I'll go over it after. But I don't really have the problem where, you know, like, I have to worry about, like, I got to do some missions in between the quests to be able to, like, progress to, you know, to catch up. Oh, there's... This guy is a good guy here. Jimstone, student of the past, dances with Ents. He is a good player. He's a pretty darn good guy. He is a good person in the kin. So, Jim, if you're watching, you know, there's a shout out for you. Let's see here. Svalfang stand. Svalfang? Do they... Is this the giant? The giant from Western Bree? Free peoples in the wild are a giant Svalfang wandering through the wildwood. Trees and boulders. So there's a blast from the past, Svalfang. Crushing. Some monsters will attempt a crushing attack. Huh. There's a blast from the past. I remember doing both Svalfang quests as a kind of a must-do because we didn't have as many quests back then. In the woods of Bree. You did one, I think, at level 15. You just had to steal a backpack from his cave. That was the first one. And the second one was you actually had to kill the bugger. Okay, so I gotta find him. I wonder where he is. What is this? Is he throwing boulders? What the shnikey is this? Oh, I bet you... Do you just have to climb up? Is that it? Because he's throwing them from up here? Skullfang! What the hell are you doing? Catch this! Oh, you're gonna catch something, alright. You're gonna catch my boot. When I come down. Oh, I just blew my... There, take this stuff. Oh, there's wolves! Skullfang's pet! Alright, you stay put. You caused me to lose my, You caused me to lose my mark, Skullfang, you swine. This is the easiest mission in the game, in my opinion. I like the music. A little bit of panic sets in, yeah. Wow, that was so fast. Oh no, oh no. I think I missed my bucket. Was there a bucket there? Oh boy. Oh, I think I missed my bucket. Nice and quick. Or my box. Oh well, there's always the next time, so... Okay, oh shoot, what is this now? Menace of the Sun. The old Arnorian watchtower of Sutwarden has attracted many foes of the free people who wish to spy upon the Bree Fields. Okay, so let's have a riddle while we're in between here. Because that was quick. That was a good one. Okay, so are you ready, gang? Here we go. I am born in fear, raised in truth. I was doing a little Aragorn at the wall there for a second. And I come to my own indeed. When comes a time that I'm called forth, I come to serve the cause of need. So let me read it again. I am born in fear, raised in truth, and I come to my own indeed. When comes a time that I'm called forth, I come to serve the cause of need. So, Manbear Jay, you're close. You're close. Now, Jay, you're on your honor here. You're not going to Google, are you? You're not going to that Google. Courage, yes, the courage of men. There may come a day when the courage of men fails. But the answer was courage, yes. So well done, Jay. You are officially banned from answering the next riddle. Just put you on. You know, I realize this may cause me a demotion in the Flatulent Flautist, but I'm willing to roll the dice and take my chances there. So no answer from you. Brody McRoface, nice work. Welcome to the stream, Brody. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're liking these riddles. Catfish Billy been lurking. Yeah. Jay Band, you love to see it. Oh boy. Oh boy. If only Milch were here. If only Milch could see me now. I can't believe. How could you do this? So let's do this. Just from the riddle. I couldn't have Googled them that fast. Yeah, then up for debate. Up for debate. We'll see. But just to be fair, I'm doing this more in the question of fairness than I am like, you know, a serious thing. So, like it's just, you know, I would ban Milch. No, you can't ban Milch. He's done so much for us. He's served so well. We approach the steps of defeat foes of the Sutwarden, destroy banners. Okay. Okay, gang. Where's the Sutwarden? Is it down there? No, it's probably over here. They usually start you off facing the direction that you have to go, I would say. I could be way off here, though. Way off. Where? Nope, I just hit the wall. I hit the proverbial wall. Alright, gang. Calling upon the stream. I'm channeling the stream. Need some help from the stream. Which way do I go? There's a light down there. That must be... Are all men from the future loudmouth braggarts? Just me, baby. Just me. How's that for a movie reference, John? And I can't... I will not... Oh, no. Manbear J never saw it. Never saw that movie. What a classic. Now that... What the shnikey is going on here? I'm not sure which way to go, guys. I keep getting boxed in. Is it up top? Oh, it's the tower. Of course it's probably up top. Yes, okay. There it is. Okay, I got it. Thanks for your help. You're all going down to recruits tomorrow. Just putting it out there. Okay, so here are the banners. And there are the orcs. What is this? Half-orc captain. Okay. Ooh, got some cool music going on. Let's drum. Okay, so while I'm doing this, it looks like these guys are kind of... Oh, there's a poacher. Oh, he's in a... Whoa. Kind of used my big skill too quickly there. Can't believe you guys would think I would cheat the riddle. I'm not, Jay. I wasn't. It wasn't about cheating for the riddle. I just posed that question, you know, because everybody's on our honor here in Steely Dad 2021 stream. You know, don't go to Google for the riddles. That's kind of like, you know, rule number 1. You know, and then rule number 2 is fast learn rule number 1. So, no Googling the riddles. Just me being jealous of your riddle prowess. Yes, he has shown. He has shown his mettle. He's shown us why he is the person that we follow. And when the call goes out, the flatulent flautist will answer. How do we get down there? Down there. Okay. Favorite chance for me to use one of my favorite quotes. Okay. So while I'm up at the top here, do I have another riddle? This one's tough, okay? I'll even open it up to Joe. Joe. I'll even open it up to Jay. There's something in here that said Joe. Okay, so this Jay, you can answer this one. I'll lift the ban for this question because it's tough, and I'm leaving this with you guys because it's tough. Okay, if you guys get this right away, well, hey, you know, you're just a bunch of legends. So, a little pool with 2 layers of wall around it, one white and soft, and the other dark and hard, amidst a light brown grassy lawn with an outline of a green grass. What am I? Okay, I'll repeat it. A little pool with 2 layers of wall around it, one white and soft, and the other dark and hard, amidst a light brown grassy lawn with an outline of a green grass. What am I? It is not The Sims. Sorry, Rose. No, that is not the correct answer. I'll leave you guys with that one. That one's a tough one. I'll let you ponder as I continue. Hi, Exogenesis9. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to the stream. But the answer, unfortunately, is not an I. Not in this case. I like these metaphor riddles. Sometimes there's nothing better than a quick hit. But these metaphor ones always seem to cause always they must meddle. 4 walls, 2 I will pose this question again as soon as I get this this flag. Teeth? No, not teeth. No. I have a good clue, but I don't really want to give it until a little later. Whoa. After you've had a chance to give it a good thought. Oh my, that skill. That skill. I love the skill. It is a skill called War Chant. And it's unique to the Yello Guardian. But I've got it maxed out, and it has a big range now, and it also has basically, if you're trying to single target something, you can pull the farm. So you got to be careful with War Chant. Okay, so let's see here. Where is... Okay, so I'm gonna pose that riddle one more time here. Okay. A little pool with 2 layers of wall around it, one soft and white, and the other dark and hard, amidst a light brown grassy lawn with an outline of a green grass. What am I? This is a stumper. I like it. I like it. Okay, defeat foes at Sut Warden. I feel like I missed something. Yeah. Would you guys like a hint? Or would you want to puzzle it out for yourselves? Maybe with one more reading. Oh, there's the guys that I missed. There's the guys that I missed. I'm more than happy to provide a hint. Some kind of sports field. Okay, so I'll give you the hint because that's Swimmer the Roo. Swimmer the Roo with the answer. Yes, indeed, Swimmeroo. A coconut. A coconut. You got two coconuts and you're banging them together. So yes, so the answer was a coconut. A little pool. So the milk in the coconut with 2 layers of wall around it, one white and soft. My clue is going to be you can eat and drink this item. One white and one soft and the other dark and hard amid a light brown grassy lawn, that fuzz, with an outline of green grass. So there we go. Right on, Swimmeroo, right on. Hashtag proud dad. Alright. We'll fend off the returning raiding party. What the raiding party? How about you? For the flautists. So, whoa there, Dunland half-orc invader, jabbing me with that pole. I was lurking and I was kind of like, I know this, yeah. Darn. This is a surprise, this raid. Not a nice surprise, too, like the Man-Bear J raid. Those kind of raids, those kind of surprises I can take all day long. Some good stuff there. So, let's see. Finish this off. She's on fire. The raiding party has been defeated. She's got 45,000 hit points. I mean, you could just probably leave her there. Oh, I wonder if this is the one where I think it was John maybe caught fire. Regrouped near Sutwarden. Okay. And the fire would not go away, so that could be. So is this it? Now entering the regrouping near Sutwarden. You know what would be helpful? Oh, there we go. Okay, mission complete. Is if they had like a little ring, like a quest ring, kind of just to show you where to go. But I guess once you do it once, like I'll never forget this now. You know, just doing them one at a time like this. This is good stuff. So, okay. Oh, I need to get some more water. Okay, so what else did I have in my notes that I wanted to talk about? I made some notes for this here. So we went Flatulent Flautist, Kinship Bullying, Old Places. Now I'm going to talk about New World. Not going to lie, took a little bit of heat today with New World. Jay went off on an entire rant about how this isn't 2002 anymore, and that I should be just power leveling to 60 as quickly as possible, you know, and just say to hell with like exploring. That's for sissy babies diapers or whatnot. So anyway, I disagree. I'll honestly say that. That is so New World is an MMO. And I want to talk to you about this because this is something that, you know, like maybe other people have figured it out, but I mean, like, it's not hard to figure out, but it's just kind of neat. Let's see here, the Trestle Bridge ambush. So Jay was kinship bullying. Yeah, he was. He definitely was. So let's see, a routine scouting expedition to investigate a fire becomes a harrowing mission to save a town. Oh no! Investigate a fire and then quickly return to town. Okay, we're gonna try to do this. But anyway, New World. So it's the Amazon game. Now, for those of you who may not know, Amazon was making a Lord of the Rings game. They were making the new Lord of the Rings MMO. And this MMO was set, surprise, surprise, on the island of Numenor. So basically the Isle of Men, west of Middle-earth, in between Valinor and Middle-earth, where the first kings, the kings from over the sea, made their home. The land of the star. There's just so many cliches, but it was Numenor. That's what we were supposed to adventure in, because the game was supposed to take place before the Third Age. I believe it was supposed to be in the time where Sauron kind of came back, and you know, like the shadow rose again in the east, and campfire mainly ablaze. Okay.
What do you need?
So, Jay made a comment the other night, and I thought, get out of here, Radril. There, I got you. Secure the western courtyard. Okay. So anyway, so the game, Jay made a comment about the fact that, like, you know, he was playing, and I think he was streaming, and that was like my first view, and he said something to the effect of, "Hey, Patino Bowen, hello, my friend, welcome to the stream." Oh, there they are. Okay. So he was saying something like, imagine if you could, you know, if you were a Bjorning and you could turn into the bear. Oh, thanks for the host, Patino Bowen. That's. Oh, whoa, I'm getting mushed. What is going on here? Okay, that was kind of unfair. What the heck just happened? Is this like this all the time? Is it just kind of like a peck test? Or was I just snoozing in my cornflakes? So, I need to use that mark. Oh boy. Sorry about this. You know, watching the stream. This is just classic kiting 101 here. Okay, there we go. Things are a little more under control. Holy smoke. Alright, so, that aside. So, you know, I was mentioning this to Belisha. That probably was a bear, maybe from the Bjorning build, because we are adventuring. New World is set on an island. And it doesn't really take too much to look around and see that that was probably the skin for the Lord of the Rings game that was to be set in Numenor. There's a reason that New World is set on an island, and Amazon just abandoned one. They're not going to abandon all that code. I think the real issue with the Amazon game was that it was an issue with the Tolkien estate, and that they didn't like how something was being done, or they didn't have the rights to all of the rights to everything that they needed to make the game run. So, oh no. Oh, I got my 3 downs, okay. Oh, I don't have that big one. So, okay, that wasn't so bad. So I think that was the reason why. New World was in production way before Amazon Lord of the Ring MMO. It might have been, but I'm positive that they actually incorporated aspects of Numenor and Middle-earth, maybe even just sections of the map, that they because that's just so much money that would have been thrown down the drain. So now the Lord of the Rings game was announced, I believe, about 5 years ago. A different studio was making it, not the in-house one. Alright, I'll have to look into that. But anyway, I'm kind of pleased all the same, just kind of, you know, thinking that maybe there are some similarities between the two. Anyway, regardless, it's a pretty neat locale. It is an island, as I had mentioned before, so or a peninsula, I guess would be the proper term, and so I just kind of got out of the intro. Let's see, there could definitely be some similarities, and I hope Amazon find another developer to work on the project. Yes, although the thing is, I believe that when the devs were talking about, like, when they were, I guess, building the MMO or whatnot, shortly after it was canceled, I think there was a Lord of the Rings Online did some kind of new partnership with it, and they started making all kinds of announcements because they were once again going to be the only Lord of the Rings MMO. So don't worry about Trestle Bridge, I can defend it. Secure the southern courtyard. Okay, I think I've already done that, but we'll see. Yeah, so anyway, regardless of its origins, I don't believe there's a complete coincidence that it is what it is, but again, like, maybe a little more research would be required. But as far as the game goes itself, now, here's the thing. In the modern, I guess, for those who are kind of young and gaming in the modern era, there's a great deal of, I don't know whether to call it like trepidation or, you know, like there's a lot of spreading of, I guess, opinions, perhaps without, you know, like actually sitting in and playing the game. I mean, you know, you hear about games from friends. How do you pick up a new game and try it, right? Maybe you've watched the stream, but you know, New World had quite the controversial reputation. I mean, you know, it just came out in October. I guess it dropped in October, so it hasn't. It's only been out for about 3 months, but from what I've seen of it, and which is, like, admittedly extremely little because I just kind of picked up the game and started to play, it looks like it's a lot of fun. And it looks like, the one thing I noticed, I guess, and this is opinion, but, you know, like, this is my opinion, but I do believe that the game has so much going on. Like, you know, I played Lotro in the early days of Lotro, and there wasn't nearly as many things that you could do, like in the early stages of a release as you can in this New World game. Like, the systems appear at first, I guess, to be a little bit on the complex side because you've got PvP, like player versus player, and you've got player controlled areas as well. So that's something totally well, unique to me, I guess, because I haven't played a whole lot of other MMOs, so I don't have a lot of experience in the project. But it was almost overwhelming just knowing, like, you know, what's there, or like how many different things that you can do. So that was pretty cool. But and like for a base, let me say here, okay? Yeah, people are comparing this to MMOs with 10 to 20 years of updates and expansions. Yes, like it's you know, as far as crafting, you even look at crafting. I'm not really talking about Explorer though, Exogenesis or exploitations. I'm just talking about like picking up a game for the first time, not min-maxing, and just enjoying the ride, and just kind of like seeing what it has to offer. Maybe endgame does have a lot of exploits, you know, or whatnot, and there's a lot of bugs that still need to be worked out. But it's a 3-month-old game, and you know that's most don't allow code injection into their chat boxes. Yeah, see, I'm just not. I haven't run into any of that, so you know, and that's just me. Like I'm a total new player. Like I'm not. You know, we have a fellow who is in the company on there, who has played, I believe, since launch, and he mentioned something today about like running the first dungeon, you know, etc. And that you needed a key, and it's like that's just kind of like. Whew, you know, I'm so new to the game that I didn't even really think about it. So that'll be something that I guess I can cross when I get there. But you know, maybe once I get to that 3-month portion, and it's also frowned upon to do damage calculations client side because that lets people make themselves invisible. So I'm gonna say this. I'm just putting it out there. You know, is like that's definitely a problem, definitely, and you know it's something that I believe like needs to be fixed. But I guess my thing is as far as just jumping onto a new game, and you know like picking up a system, it's a classless system, and I'm not really worried about. Here's another thing, like in Lotro, for example. There are people who, you know, like were exploiting things like right from, you know, the beginning. I'll give you an example. This is a minor exploit, but when on the legendary server on Anor, when Moria dropped, there were let's see, I didn't even know what I'm doing here. Trouble on the Brandywine. I'm assuming it's just killing stuff. So use that. But anyway, so when that server first came out, one thing the devs forgot to do is they forgot to lose or to lock all of the legendary weapons. So the legendary weapon system was, it used to be you'd have to make them at level, starting at level 65 you could craft your own weapons, 65, 75, 85 and so on, all the way up to level 100 when it became oh, there we go, we've got some enemies. So they forgot to lock it. So in the first 15 minutes, I guess a very small portion of the population ran to the skirmish camps, and they actually picked up the they picked up all the legendary stuff all the way from level 60 right up to level 100, even though they couldn't make them yet. So I mean that is like a minor exploit in the long run, but it made a huge difference on that server, just because, you know, like, you were expecting to get updates, and now you have one kin. Because there were a lot of them in the same kin. A lot of these kinfolk had weapons all the way up to level 100, and, you know, like, the rest of us were locked out, I guess. So, like I said, minor exploit, not really threatening the security of the. Oh, this is a guard the area. But and while, like, an exploit like that is a bit more serious, like, I don't think that it's, as a person who's just jumping in, it really affects me at all. I'm even thinking maybe at the late game, like, maybe it wouldn't affect me either. But it's just, I think it's just because of my view on the playstyles. New World ones are very serious issues that they're struggling to adjust, like the rampant gold doubling. I read about the gold doubling issue. I did. They seem to have got it under control. But, you know, here's an example, though. When Elder Scrolls Online debuted a few years back, I remember people saying that the economy on that game was broken within, like, the first week of the game because someone had the doubling, figured out the doubling item exploit, and then just basically created infinite items and sold them for gold. So now, if you talk to anyone who's played Elder Scrolls Online, who really likes Elder Scrolls Online, I don't think, I think they caught the people who did it, they banned them, or if they didn't, you know, like, they somehow fixed the problem, but I don't even hear about that anymore. Like, if I'm talking about people playing ESO, I think the biggest complaint I hear is that, like, the dailies outweigh the regular leveling in all aspects, so. And that is true, Man Bear J. Every game these days, all we hear is doom and gloom, and no one is releasing the perfect game. One thing I've noticed is I play a lot of games from Steam, and I like to back, like, small projects, and I like to, you know, get in. I'm a big fan of what do they call like a tycoon game, you know, like running a business and such. So I got 5 minutes left. I guess I'm doing the right thing. Just defending this area, but so I like to back those, and I noticed that, like, there's just a dearth of. To clarify, none of the exploits I've made have been separate exploits. It's all been the same issue. They make a bunch of stuff client-side when it has to be server-side in order to work. That's why I say the world has dodgy foundations. They have a crippling fault in their design. Well, let's just... I'm going to close this subject, because I really don't want to, you know, like, argue semantics over this, but I'm just going to say, you know, like, it is concerning, and I hope they manage to fix, to fix those exploits before they break the game for basically those who would like have a real issue with those problems. So it's a little bit kind of out of my depth, I just honestly, maybe ignorance is bliss in this, you know, and like, I'm certainly not calling myself an ignorant person, but at the same time, sometimes it's just nice to walk in and see the roses and smell them for what they are, until you realize that the garden's been polluted. But I'm a ways away from that, so let's just leave it at that. So that's my so far my experience with New World. I guess my concern with it is it's the first MMO that I played in a long time that's different from Lotro, and the controls. With some guys, you gotta say, yeah, sure, you know everything. Oh, gotcha. Well, at least spawned a good joke. The launch of the New World had proven that it's easier for a company to send a man to space than it is to release a stable MMO. Yes, you know, and I just can't imagine. I can't imagine the issues that people go over with coding, you know, in some games. But anyway, so, where was I going with that new world? I had one thing. Yeah, so the controls. So I'm used to just kind of, I move with my WSAD skills, but I also strafe quite a bit when I'm running. I use my, you know, Q and E. And while I've changed some of the default keys in New World, I don't like that idea of the, I really don't like the idea of pointing with my mouse and trying to build a Lotro plugin. Every 5 seconds I run to another with the API. Such fun. I guess that's the modder's nightmare, right? Like just how getting, I guess, fitting your fitting the things in with the existing system. So yeah, so I don't really like pointing my mouse where I want to run and then turning. I find in battle, I'm just being honest here, you know, like I'm a new BS in the game, but at the same time, like I'd like to think that I pick up on things pretty quick, but I found myself in the first, I guess, hour that I played, always like the you know, some enemies move, like wolves, for example, they'll circle in behind, which I think is a pretty cool AI, rather than just come at you and bark and, you know, jump on you. But I always found myself kind of having to turn and turn and turn because they were always getting behind me. So that's kind of neat. It's a really really interactive combat system. That's it's pretty neat. I also wish that I could click, because I am a clicker on Lotro. As you can see, I kind of just click my skills and go with that. But yeah, so I kind of wish I could click, but instead it's key bindings, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm getting the hang of it now, but it's just it's a new world for me, literally as well as figuratively. So I got 1 minute left to defend this. So I guess this is one of the longest ones. This sure ain't no Svalfang. I'm just wondering if they'll send out a big boss with 1 minute left. They do, and I like that. I really do. They drastically reduce the number of actions that you can do versus Lotro skill bars. I do like that aspect of it, because I think sometimes you just got skill. There's a term for it on here, and I have, you know, like I kind of played a lot of classes already, so I have my skills kind of set up where I want them. But oh, I used that skill wrong. Bloat, that's it. Skill bloat. Thanks. And that certainly eliminates it. And I like their trees too. I've decided that I was going to play, big surprise, I'm going to play a tank in that game. And I did a little research on builds, you know, just to kind of like see what I should be looking at. And a lot of it is very intuitive. If you played an MMO, you understand the terminology and you understand what skills do, but it's still a new system. So I'm sword and boarding it, and I'm also going to use a heal staff as I level. That's just the combo that I'm gonna play with. It may not be like totally optimized, but I'm gonna roll with it. And I like the trees. I do like the skill trees. I think they're intuitive. So, and some of them work in really good synergy with them. You just have to really close read them. That's what I'm thinking. So, okay, so that's it. We've defended this place. This woman right here. Brawler has like 4 pairs of skills that are basically the same skill with the same cooldown. So it's notably bloating the number of buttons you need to keybind. Yes, yeah. Okay, so back to Trestle Bridge. I think that's my last one. I think this is it. Yes, this is definitely it. Oh, you get a deed? How did I get a deed? Complete missions. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, I didn't even know that. And missions of the Wildwood Weekly. Right on. Done. Done! Well, that was a lot of fun. I must admit, that was a lot of fun. I think I'm going to go to Rivendell next. I'm throwing off my... Oh, look at this. It's in Breland. Oh, I read about this. It's that Breland area that all the deeds go into. So, very cool, very cool. Now, I wonder if this horse will take me to Rivendell. It won't. So, I have a map. I think I'm going to map to Ikad Dunan. That's where I was questing. So thank you for joining the stream, folks. You know, we're having a good time here. We're talking about a bunch of different things. We started off. Let's see here. We started off with our kinship here on Treebeard called the Flatulent Flautists. And how it's growing by leaps and bounds. And it's a really fun place to hang out. So if you're looking for a kin on Treebeard Server, well, give us a consideration. As I posted in my advertisement for I guess recruitment, you could do worse. So I think today's recruitment was maybe my favorite. It was like, did you ever want to join one of those kins that does like, you know, tier 2 endgame rating content on Treebeard, and you know, you get server firsts and all kinds of those sort of things? Well, I'm sure you did, but let me tell you about the Flatulent Flautists. You know, we're a good group of people, and you know, like it was just kind of a segue into like how legendary our kin is. You know, so I enjoyed that one. That was a good one. So we went there, and then we talked about kinship bullying, chat bullying too. That's another. Old places, new world. Now, let's talk a little bit about crafting. That's what I had. Basically, low-level crafting versus high-level. And this is Milch. Are you in here? I see your name. Oh, Milchy. Give us a hello. All right, Rivendell. To Rivendell, Master Gamgee. So if you like what you're hearing, go ahead, hit that follow button. We'd love to have you. I'm going to pose another riddle. That's another thing we do. We have these conversations and, you know, like... discuss things in a mainly mature manner, and then we ask riddles every now and then. So here's a good one, and I'll read this out. Looks like water, but it's heat. Sits on sand, lays on concrete. People have been known to follow it everywhere, but it gets them no place, and all they can do is stare. What is it? Milch will be asleep. Yes, poor Milch. He's getting ready to perform his daily service. John, right on. Ding, ding, ding. That was quick, John. That was awesome. Mirage is the answer. And that was too quick. That must have just resonated in your mind. It must have been just one of those riddles that resonates in your mind. Yeah, I don't think he could have Googled it that fast unless he's like the Mr. like... You know, his typing skills are crazy. Although you could just probably Google the first line of it. John, I'm holding you to this. You know, like I don't want to have to time you out like I timed out Jay. You know, so on your honor, it must have just like ping hit in your head. Basilla. Is Basilla still here? What I'm wondering is Basilla still here? That's my question. I can't believe this. Jay deserved it. I do not. All right. Good stuff. So no banhammer. No banning here. Don't think so, but... Okay, because Basilla's at work. Sometimes she's able to join, sometimes she isn't. Okay, so these are, I think, the Rivendell missions, correct? Let's see. Oh, look at who it is. Look at who it is. It's BBB. It's the Better Biscuit Bureau. Yes, indeed. The Better Biscuit Bureau. Let's see here. The Further Adventures of Bilbo Baggins, Chapter 1. Okay, just give me one moment. At this point, I'm just going to... I need about 1 minute. I've just got to run and do something real quick, and I'll be right back. So just don't leave your seats. I'll hit you up with another riddle when I return. Right? Never thought I'd die fighting side by side with a BBB. Okay, be right back. Okay, we are back, and let's see here. He's back! Alright, so let's see here. Rose Garden. Okay, so I like your little addition here. So on this day in 1524, Italian explorer Giovanni di Verrazzano sailed west from the Madeira to find a sea route to the Pacific Ocean. And also Betty White was born 100 years ago. Yes, indeed, she was. So, rest in peace, Betty White. Thanks for the memories. Thank you for being a friend. There's my shout out from the Steely Dan stream. So, Steely Dad 2021. Jeez, I'm getting caught up in my own wordplay here. Might you spare me a moment of your time? Might you spare me a moment of your time? It's almost certainly nothing, but I should not care to face the master of the house if it turns out otherwise. I understand you know Bilbo Baggins, yes, the Hobbit currently in residence, guest of Lord Elrond and welcomed by all. I had a question for him of great importance, but when I sought for him, I could find no sign of him in any of his usual haunts. Well, this is quite unusual. I will comment on the difference in Bilbo's in a moment, because that's a sore spot with me. Will you accept this mission then? I need you to find them for me. Okay. Let's see here. Help me search from our missing hobbit. Travel now. If you Googled her to... Yes, if you go to Google and you put Betty White in the Google search and wait a few moments, you'll find some rose petals drop, and then thank you for being a friend with her date. Thanks, Rose. So, Bilbo's mission.
I probably worry for nothing. When we find Bilbo, we will laugh long and well, but not before.
Perhaps someone will see Bilbo. Okay, so what is the deal here? Follow him. I'll just put myself on follow while I ask a riddle. I promised a riddle, and I'm not going to deny. Okay, here's the riddle, folks. My Lord Elrond, a very good afternoon to you. Before I get too heavily involved here. Okay, so here's my riddle. My thunder comes before my lightning comes before my rain, and my rain dries all the ground it touches. What am I? This is a metaphorical riddle, of course. My thunder comes before my lightning comes before my rain, and my rain dries all the ground it touches. What am I? Okay, so Lord Elrond, really thought what should it not be? Calm yourself, these are dark times. Rose? You're almost there. Follow. Okay. Member J, you're kind of going in the opposite direction. It is a volcano. Oh, look who beat Rose to the punch. It is a volcano. That is the answer. Man Bear J beats Rose. I take 100% credit for that. As you should, my friend. As you should. Your answer came in through. J is a bot. Okay, this is a lot of conversation here. Fell powers have awoken. Be not so crestfallen. Steely Dad wished to ask you something. What do I want to ask him? Where's Bilbo? Okay. Where is he? Talk to Arwen across the bridge to the north. Talk to Elro here outside the entrance to the last homely house. Talk to Glorfindel in the south. Okay, I hope these folks are where they usually are, because then I know where I can find them. Okay, here we go. Oh, you can't ride a horse. You just got to run around. And John, I had absolutely no idea before Rose said lava. Okay. Word travels quickly. I know from who you searched. Brother has gone inside to see if Bilbo fell asleep in the Hall of Fire, if he lost track of the time while working in his quarters. Eladon should soon return to tell us which of the bees. Okay. So, oh, here he comes. Is he in there? Where is Bilbo? What the heck's going on? None have seen Bilbo anywhere. Well, we will keep looking. Yes, I have to go talk to Glorfindel anyway, so... Steely Dan, is it true? Bilbo has gone missing? Okay, so he's going to join the search. Talk to Arwen across the bridge to the north. Now, is she all the way up there, or is she just, like, across that bridge? I'm hoping she just... So, okay, so one thing happened, right? Somewhere along the line, Standing Stone Games decided Bilbo Baggins needed an update. So they changed his avatar. And they made him a lot older and a lot fatter than he used to be. I am not impressed with the new Bilbo. I miss the old Bilbo. You can Google the change. You can, check it out for yourselves. I miss that old Bilbo. Like I miss old Tom Bombadil's voice and old Elrond's voice. These new voice actors and models are just not my, you know, change never changes for the better. Maybe that's just an old-fashioned thing, but in this case, I'm usually amicable to change. But in this case, I didn't like what they did. Okay, talk to Elrond. So we've done a little bit of exploration. Again, this is a unique stream for me, and unique stream day in the game for me. It is the first day in the game where I've actually played these missions. I've never done any of them. I did all the ones at Trestle Bridge just now. That was a lot of fun. If you're looking for, if you're like me and you haven't done the missions yet, or you haven't played for a while and you're just catching the thing, the new Bombadil is cringe. Yeah. I'm just not. I'm not dig. I like, and it's the hey do, Mary do, me hearties. I used to like that one. None have seen him. You know of the secret company that recently departed the lives. Oh, Bilbo, what is going after that? Talk to Celebrier. Okay. Oh, that's the end of the mission. Okay. Oh, thanks, John. Yeah. Sometimes I can get those. I don't know what's up with the new bottle for Bilbo. Yeah, Bible. Milch would have caught that, but that's okay. No, you no qualms with you. Just put your bow away. Put it away. Celebrier. Okay. Coffee latte, espresso shot from the Risen. I like his outfit. Or hers. That's not an elf maid. No one has seen Bilbo since this morning. I feel certainly we would solve the mystery. Then double my word. Okay. So, oh, I see. This is like a progression one then. Chapter 2. Okay. I'm especially worried. Do you think it's possible he set out from Imladris? What madness could have compelled him to follow them? What madness drove them in there? The further adventures of Bilbo. Oh boy, twist raging. Okay, so this is a monster. Scouts of the High Moor. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Just before we start this.
On the high moor outside the valley. Perhaps they have seen something of our hobbit.
Okay, riddle page number... Oh, hey, we've got a riddle from a fan. The Rose Garden posing our riddle. Yes, Rose. Alright, so... it's shorter than the rest, but when you're happy, you raise it up like it's the best. What is it? It's shorter than the rest, but when you're happy, you raise it up with like it's the best. A thumb. Ah! Exogenesis, is that the right answer? I think he's got it. Yes! Congratulations. Right on. I like when everybody's got these shots at riddles. That was a good guess, though, Manbear J. That was good. Okay. Descend the slope southwest of the campsite to find the Elf Scouts. I'm gonna level soon. Imagine that, leveling from doing missions. What is this, Lebethron branches? I thought there were none in the, Huh. Maybe these Rivendell missions are a little different. Of course, when you're truly happy, take it to the next level. With the finger guns! I used to actually do that in high school, was like, just start with the guns and then all the way across. So, 6 shooters. Okay, Canadol. Canadol? The Canadian elf? Okay, sure. What brings you here? Did you hear that sound? Canadol appears around the windblown expanse. Difficulty with wild creatures. Okay, here they come. Oh boy, this is shades of Book 4, Chapter 7. Where all those bog lurkers and trolls show up here. Fight alongside Canadol on the High Moor. Sure thing, my fellow Canadian. If that didn't give it away, I am Canadian, just so you know. Rake! I have returned in a different channel. Welcome to the channel, Rake. Welcome, my friend, my fellow flautist. Glad to have you with us. And everybody else who's watching too. Hey, I just leveled up. Ding, ding, ding. 51. From doing missions. My very first level from doing missions. So, I guess what I'm saying is... Okay, Madness of the Wars. I really need to just start concentrating on what I'm doing. So I don't get slaughtered. This yellow build takes a little bit of mindfulness. You have to keep putting the mark on your enemies to have the most effect. So what I noticed that these Rivendell quests is, it looks like they just run down. They run down from like number 1, I guess, and then they go to number 10. So I don't know if I've heard of people, you know, like keeping them all in their inventory and not turning them in. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I was able to accept number 2 without turning in number 1. But it would seem that these ones you have to kind of go bing, 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 and do them in order. So I could be wrong on that, but we shall see. Oh man, we passed the 2-hour mark in the stream. No wonder my voice is starting to go. So once again, for those of you who are wondering where I went, I haven't streamed for probably close to a week. Oh, find Ringgool down the slope to the northwest. Okay. Down the slope to the northwest. That's this area. And it's because you can unlock them in any order, and once you unlock them, you can do any of them. Oh, okay. Okay, I gotcha. So I'm hoping that I'm going the right way here. Ringgool's going to be down here. So I had a bout with COVID-19. I'm pretty sure it was the Omicron variant. In case you're wondering about wording signs, I really hope I'm going the right way here. Nope, I just ran into the mighty wall. Or if it's down there. Okay, I'll go down there. So if you're wondering about the onset, basically, you can catch the onset of it in my previous stream. I did a stream last, it wasn't last Friday, it was the Friday before. So it would have been, let's see, the 17th is a Monday, 16, 15, 14. January the 7th, I did a stream on a Friday evening. And when I was done the stream, I stood up and I had the chills so badly that I just couldn't, I couldn't bring myself to even get out from under the blankets, and I was shaking, and you know, it was an amazingly high fever. Okay, this is the slope to the northwest, so I'm pretty sure this is where I need to go. So basically, it knocked me out, and when I finally, I think I went to bed at midnight that night, and I woke up at 2 o'clock on the Saturday afternoon. I'm hoping I'm going the right way. Oh, there we go. See a ring. Yay. Okay, there's a Ringgool. And for about a week, I battled with like cold-like symptoms, flu-like symptoms, you know, a fever, stuffy nose, a bit of a sore throat. What did you say? Bilbo Baggins has gone missing. Are you certain he has not merely fallen asleep? Ooh, that is troubling. Let's return to his camp. Okay. I have a feeling we're about to duel with more pigs and such at the camp. So, there's some links. Oh, I was right. So it took about, I guess I'm about day 10 now, after contracting it, and I'm actually feeling pretty darn good. Like, I almost feel like I'm 100%. So, like, my voice is a little rusty because I haven't used it much. Haven't done any chatting, haven't done streaming, you know, and I've been isolating, so I haven't gone out, I haven't, you know, aside from the occasional phone call, I haven't done much chatting with anyone. So, but very real, and, you know, I can see how it would be difficult for some people who are at high risk, just because, like, if you have a compromised immune system, one side effect that I felt was, like, my lungs hurt. I actually had, like, sore lungs, you know, and, I didn't really have any trouble breathing, but it was the deep cough that really affected my lungs, so, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. I will say that all in all, I've had flus that are much worse, where I was sick for days, and it took me days to, you know, before I could even kick the initial fever. But it could be because I got double vaxxed. I didn't get any boosters, so maybe that made me more vulnerable. I wasn't even the first to get it in my household. It was actually brought in by Priscilla, my significant other. So I watched her kind of suffer with it before, and I felt fine for about the 5 days, and yeah, and then it just went all pear-shaped. So anyway, it's over now. Glad to be finished that. Glad to be kind of back streaming. So, and But if you were kind of wondering, you know, where I was, I think the last stream was last Wednesday maybe, and I just thought I need to take some time because I could barely breathe sometimes, and stuff was just kind of getting clogged. And I sounded like Aragorn at the Black Gate, doing that speech. So okay, so these two are supposed to discuss the situation. They're not discussing anything. Ringle. Is it bugged? Which is completely different from Aragorn at any other point in the movie. Oh my, I don't know if we're bugged here, folks, but listen to Canadal and Ringle discuss the situation and no one's talking. I have a feeling my instance here is bugged. Unless there's a really long period of time before this conversation starts. Anybody have any experience with this? Does it normally start like before it started now? Just excuse me 1 minute, I just have to blow my nose here off camera. Okay, alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. That's still just one of those side effects. I think this is bugged, folks. I think I'm going to have to just leave instance. Because I do not think that this is the way it's supposed to go. I wonder if I re-entered the instance if it would fix itself. See if they're still there and if they're gonna have this. No one waits at the campsite. The elves must be scouting the southwest slope. Okay, so I think it reset. Yeah, it did. Okay, all right. I'm gonna give it a try. Give it a try again, and if not, I might just move on to the. Might just move on to the missions in the dwarf areas, the War of the Three Peaks and the and Gundabad. That's another one. We shall see. Oh, the buzzing of flies has attracted boars. Alright, so let's while I'm doing this here for the second time, thanks for your patience. Technical difficulties. Thanks, Lotro. Alright, at the very least we will dine well on boar meat tonight. Yes, there's always a silver lining, right, Elf? I spoke too soon, we're not free of these maddened boars yet. Oh boy. So let's just check what I have. I was going to talk about crafting, and then I was going to talk about legendary weapons. So let's get into those conversations, shall we? So crafting. I'm really appreciating the fact that I put some time in and I worked on my crafts and worked on my my guild stuff early in the scene, because basically. As part of the Flatulent Flautists, we're all just kind of getting together. There's people of all different levels, and you know, inevitably there's something that needs to be crafted. And this is another beauty of the Treebeard Server. So I'm going to plug the Treebeard Server here, despite the bug on the quest and whatnot. But find Ringle down the slopes. Okay, here we go again. All right. Okay, so he's gone back up. So I will say that because the level cap is level 60. You can get a lot of gear from instances. Like we now have Moria, so a lot of people are starting to acquire the more difficult gear. They're getting the gear from the Watcher. They're getting the gear from the Halls of Crafting. They're getting some gear from Dar Nargabud, the 12-person Lothlorien raid. So people are starting to get geared up, and that's fine. But there's also something to be said for some crafting gear. like good quality offhand weapons, jewelry. What did you say, Bilbo? Okay, so we did. Hurry back to the campsite. Okay, so we did this before. So I will say that it's really nice, you know. Even if you're not kind of doing it for yourself, I find this like to be a really fun thing to do for kin if you want to help out. Is like, if you've worked on your crafting and you have some extra material. I like to send shouts out, and I'm shouts out and just say, you know, like, does anybody need anything? Because the cap is level 60 and people are constantly rolling alts and getting places, it's really nice to have a kinmate, you know, and people have helped me out with items in the past as well, because I had no woodworker. That was my weakness for a long time, and there are a few things that I actually needed. But that you can just kind of put a call out there, and crafting still matters. Now, what I'm hearing about the end game at level 140 is that, you know, one of the big issues that happened recently with the, and I'm not going to get into the controversy about the, you know, the paywall and how the community kind of overcame that, and, you know, like forced Standing Stone to, you know, back off with it. But one of the complaints I was reading about that I found kind of sad and curious is how people were complaining that crafting just doesn't cut it at the high levels anymore. And that you know, the best way to get gear is from the moats of and the figments, and the interchanging with those, and you know, and that kind of saddened me because I've always enjoyed the crafting system in this game. Once again, I'm going to give you a back in the day, but I was part of Lotro before we had crafting guilds, where basically you just had to farm the materials and you had to craft and craft and craft to level your crafting. There were no processing deeds as well, so you couldn't get like the 8 XP for your crafting for, you know, like doing that and that and that. So let's see. Am I gonna bug out again? Come on, guys, get it together. Get it together. What say you to Steely Dad's tidings? Say something, Canadol. Yes, I think we progressed. Yay! All right. So, Sickles and Boars kept us too busy to speak. Excellent. This is as far as I've ever been. If I go one more line, this will be the furthest I've ever been. So yeah. So that's one of the rewards of Treebeard is like, and you know, like I said. So I was here before before the guilds, and it was a lot more complex. You needed tailors to make leather for metal workers to be able to make armor, and you know, like sometimes you needed pieces from woodworking pieces to make like handles and hafts for weapons, you know, and you really needed all the crafting back then. But then they did a streamlined crafting change, you know, way back in around 2009, 2010, and that changed a lot. They introduced the guilds. Hey, mission complete! Well, I was so close, and I didn't even know it. Tokens of further adventure. I like it. So that's the nice thing about the Treebeard server is now, you know, with the crafting guilds, you can actually be in 2 different guilds at once now. You can level up. If you're, like, say, for example, a weaponsmith, you can both level your weaponsmithing and woodworking and join both guilds. So you don't have to choose anymore. You can level them both. So that's kind of a cool addition to the game. Alright, so mission number 3. Bilbo might be hiding? Where is this hobbit? I mean, don't answer. It's kind of like, you know, do you think he might have strayed near Giant's Valley? No. Alright, Giant's Valley it is.
Aurifile may have seen our missing hobbit. The trick may be getting him to tell us.
Hey, it's Aurifile! I remember him from a couple of quests, Thunder in the Mountains. He's got kind of that staring off into space look on his face right now. Alright. Dangerous place, little man. If you say hobbit comes to giant hobbit in big danger. Not all kin friendly as Aerith. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna fight alongside our giant. Looks like an escort quest, but he's got 120,000 morale. 120,000. We could almost buy our own giant for that. Ah, trolls. Okay. So that brings me to my last point of discussion for this particular stream. Would you like to live forever with the body and mind of a 105-year-old? 105 years old. Maybe the mind. because some of those cats are still with it. They still remember. They're still sharp, and they remember things that are long begone. Alright, so I'm gonna just slaughter these worms as I go here. Okay, so what was the last one? Legendary weapons. Alright, so there's a good point of discussion, and you know, like, what's my opinion on them? Well, I'll tell you. I like them. I really do. I like the legendary weapons. I like the change. I like the fact that you just have the one weapon and it grows with you. I like the fact that you do not have to basically like rely on a random number generator on your initial weapon to, you know, like, is this going to be any good? No, it's trash because it doesn't have this on it. Or it's got these 3 great legacies, but it has crappy passives. Or it's got 3 passives, but I'm going to have to spend so many scrolls of empowerment on this thing. You know, that I'm dying here. Like, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to spend all those scrolls. Well, this eliminates that to a point. So it hasn't by all means alleviated the grind. The grind is still real, but it's just a different kind of grind. And I'd like to think that they're doing it in the right way. Well, at least done by us on Treebeard, because we just got our legendary weapons with the Moria release. And so it's our first experience with them. Okay, so he can't find anybody here. I guess that's it for... We're going to have a boss here? I hear giants approaching. You better hide. Crabine from Dunland. Hide in the dwelling. Okay. I'm in there. Stay inside and do not come out. Okay. So so I will say this. Like, you know, you get your legendary weapon now. I went at level 45 and I picked it up today. So, hey, I'm due for a reforge, actually. I think you can reforge it at 51 and 56. So you get reforges for your weapon every so often, and it just basically, like, upgrades your DPS so that your DPS is on level with the mobs that you're fighting. And then you have different aspects of your weapon. Like, for example, my weapon is pretty noobish here. Let me bring it up. So I have the Guardian Sword of Legend. The Legend of Steely Dad. That's what I named it. And it's the item level is minimum level is 46, so I can reach. So you have different slots for the different items that can go into it. So you drag it onto that point right there. I'm pointing at the screen. Of course, you can't see my point. And these giants are going berserk here. Do not be seen. Remain in hiding and listen to the conversation. You smell rockworms. Okay. You can do a reforge at 45, but I think, yeah. Hard hit. I don't know. I'm not sure if you can do another one at 51. I heard 51. Maybe it's just the 45 to 51, and that's like whenever you first... I smell this tiny pest. Oh no. Oh no. You've been discovered. Squash me into jelly on the inside. He smell like you. Oh boy. Okay. So let me deal with this giant problem here first. So you've got a heraldry rune, which is basically the runes are the traceries. Sorry, the traceries have been replaced or have replaced the old legacies. The list I have says that until they changed it. I'm not really sure. I think you just get one reforge before 56 and then 56, and I think the first reforge is basically when you get the weapon. So, all right, so that's done. That mission. I kind of spoiled it because I kind of talked over it, but 51. Okay. So let's see here. So the Word of Mastery, you get 2 slots for Words of Mastery, 1 slot for Word of Craft, and 1 slot for Heraldry. And you do have 2 legendary items. So you get, like, Guardians still get a belt, and they get a weapon and a belt. You can also use a 2-hander. That's an option as well. But that's how you put the traceries on there. So Steely's belt. I haven't put anything on here yet. So what the nice part is you can completely customize, like 100% your weapon exactly how you want it. So that's pretty cool. Let's turn this in here. The Further Adventures of Bilbo Baggins, Chapter 4. We have found no sign that Bilbo traveled south. That's a relief, for it appears Elrond's concern may not be warranted. Our hobbit may not have fallen in the footsteps. Okay. Did he journey north? Oh boy, Bilbo. Where did you go? Party of dwarves. Oh, we're going to Gloin's camp. Okay.
understand that Bilbo once adventured with the dwarf Glowin, who now camps north of Imladris. Has he seen Bilbo lately?
This elf has actually a pretty funny voice actor. Let's see here. Glowing. What brings you to the mountains? Bilbo missing. Walk with me. All right, I'll put you on follow. So I do like I do like that. I like the fact that I can customize. Now the problem is the problem that we have on the legendary servers is right now. I got a bunch of traceries for my characters when they were going through Moria. Traceries and the experience like things where you drag and drop them onto your item and it adds XP to your traceries. So I found a bunch of them while I was going through Moria, but if you're not, once you're done those quests, I'm not sure about repeatables. I don't think I've ever run into a repeatable other than the ones in the Dolven View, level 51 area in Moria, where you can actually like get more, and it's like a daily reward. I think there's also some in the Flight of Drakes and the other instances outside the wall of Moria, where you can get them. So now the deal is a lot of people farm the school and library for these traceries and items. So it is the easiest. So you can solo the school and library now with they've never really scaled the mobs properly or whatnot. So you can just run through there probably about like 5-10 minutes, I guess, even if you're by yourself. Maybe that's class dependent, but I've heard basically anyone can do it. So, oh, a horde. So, but that's basically our only one of our only ways of doing it. You can do the Heligrod raid, and I believe you can do it at tier 3, any of the wings. Right now, people on this server are running the giant wing, more often. Gloin must not be defeated. Okay. Gloin has 120,000 morale. How's he supposed to be defeated? By a bunch of beasts. Oh yeah, these probably count toward my deed. Alright. Snow beasts and the Misties, right on. Okay, so you can do Heligrod too, but that's a full-bodied raid. I'm not sure whether the numinous instances are also give traceries as like a daily mission or a daily completion. I can't really say, but basically it's a school and library farm, and the nice thing about them is that they do drop like teal level traceries, so it is worth it. Like, you can get some good traceries. My own personal preference about traceries is this: I believe that on these legendary servers especially, they are being given far too much consideration and like importance, I guess, for this level. My burglar has done endgame content now. The DN, the Watcher. I have the Moria goat. I'm almost done the Lothlorien goat, or at least I was. But like I didn't, I don't have all gold or all teal traceries on my weapon. I have some purple ones. I think I have a yellow one. It's just what I wanted, though, because I was able to actually turn some teal ones from the school and library that I wanted. I should actually pick this up. That I wanted and broke them down. You can break them down with this item that you get from a vendor at the Boar Fountain in Bree. It's I don't even think I have that item on this. What just dropped here? Well, look at this! Majestic Nadine Gauntlets, level 50. This would have been a great thing to sell. I could have made a bunch of gold on this had they been level 60. Oh my gang. If there's anybody who wants those, you're more than welcome to them in the kin. I will post them, and if you have a level 50 character, I just don't want to get into those right now. Okay, so I like the customization, and I like being able to bring things down and get what I want. And I think what we're gonna do is maybe we'll end the stream on this. The Flame of Ankalamir. Yes, Noah. Thank you very much. Thank you for that bit of info, because it was just slipping my mind. So we're gonna go to the last homely house here, and I'm gonna show you the room where you actually can go to get these. And just how many different ones they are. And I'm gonna do something I'm gonna do a little bit of an examination of one too. I think it's just kind of just to illustrate that you don't really need to min-max with these. If that's all you have left to do, then that's just fine, you know. But I would prefer to vary the time that I do. I'm willing to farm school and library, but maybe just only for like an hour or half an hour, you know, like 2-3 times, and that's it. I'm good for the day, you know. So this is on the 2nd floor of the last homely house. I should have actually. I'm sure everybody who's watching knows where this is, but so this is Gobeth Tethian, the Archive of Traceries. And as you walk into this room, there are several walls just filled with traceries. Minstrel, Burglar, Beorning, Warden, Hunter. Pretty sure you can get one from the tracery room. Yes, I think you can. I think you have to talk to someone, maybe. I thought there was a quest ring in here somewhere. Maybe once you just... I'm not sure, actually. But anyway, here are your heraldric traceries. So these go for any class. Basically, they go into the heraldry slot, and you can basically barter them. Now, as you can see, I'm you know, piss poor in the ancient script right now. I only have 100 because I think I just finished working on my champion. But you can basically pick and choose any of these that you want, you know, and like you can scroll down. Then you've got some teal, you got some purple. These are the yellow ones. Then you've got like the gold, like the first age ones that have the better stats. So, and some of them require these cracked Khazad-dûm traceries. So that BBB was staring into your soul. I know, I felt it. I felt it. I don't know if they're still there. I think they're gone. So you got those, and then you got the Word of Craft that go into the Word of Craft slot. So I'll just drag that in. So right at the bottom here is the Word of Craft. So you can get things from this cabinet that go into there. And you can customize them and basically go along with your playstyle. Like for a Guardian, I like block, parry, evade. I like mitigations. You know, I want to stay alive. I like vitality. I want to stay alive for the good of my fellowship. So that's one thing. And then once you've chosen those two, you go to your class, and there's the Guardian right there. So if I want to shop for Guardian traceries, page 1 is the cheapest. I have enough to buy one. And you get all these adaptivity. These are yellow, so they're the easiest ones to acquire. And I think there's like 2 pages of them. Stamp, cooldown, and damage, definitely a must for me. I like the stamp cooldown. So let's have a look at this actually. So we've got stamp, cooldown, and damage. So I like that skill because I used to use stamp a lot in the instances to interrupt. And as a Guardian, you're the first line. It's right there. You see someone use an induction, you just boot, you know, and interrupt. So -8 stamp cooldown. I'm going to write this down. -8% or -8 stamp cooldown, plus 28 damage, and 276 physical mastery rating. Okay, so PM. Okay, so that's on page 1. So let's go all the way to level 50 legendary, because that is our kinship legendary. So for these, where is it here? Stamp, cooldown, and damage. Okay, so this one costs 1,000 ancient script and a cracked Khazad-dûm tracery. The only place I've heard that these drop from is Heligrod tier 3. Apparently, I don't even have that thing. You heard that, amen, Bear J? And from loot boxes. So loot boxes are where I've heard these drop from the most. These cracked Khazad-dûm traceries. So over here you have stamp, cooldown, damage. So my -8. So I had a -8. It's gone to a -11. So it's from yellow to gold. Basically, that's 4 ranks. It goes -8 or to -11. So 3 seconds off your stamp cooldown. Plus 38.5 damage. It was at 28, so I've gained 10.5 damage. 10.5% of damage from my stamp. And 276 physical mastery is exactly the same as you get from a purple one. So basically, I could farm and farm and farm and farm and turn my yellow one into a gold one. And the best thing that I would get out of it is honestly an extra 3 seconds worth of stamp cooldown. That can be, I believe, improved upon, possibly. Or it might be the physical mastery that can be improved upon by putting like runes into these traceries to increase their effectiveness. So it's not really that major. You know, I guess it is, you know, in some cases, but I mean, the difference of 3 seconds is, yes, okay, it's a lot in inductions, but I mean, right now my stamp cooldown is, where's my cooldown? 20 seconds. So basically, if I cut it from 20 to 12, that's not bad. If I cut it from 20 to 9, it's even better. But honestly, it's not game-breaking at this level, at level 60, to have one or the other. It really isn't. That's my only point. So if you wanna go out and, if you have the script, to turn in, by all means, do so, because I believe it'll grow with your weapon as well. Once you put that in once, you don't have to I don't know if you have to do it again. I don't know if you have to keep doing it. I guess we're good until level 86. That's what it looks like. And then you get to the next tier of traceries. And then after that, it's level 101. Then after that, it's 106, 116, 121, 131. So, I mean, we really don't have a whole lot to worry about until we hit, Western Rohan, where the cap goes from 85 to 95, So that's probably about 2 years away on Treebeard. Well, let me see here. We got Mirkwood, 6 months. Isengard, 6 months. Rohan, 6 months. Yeah, about 2 years. 2 years until we really have to get into those next things. Plenty of time is all I'm saying. Plenty of time. Don't be hasty is the Treebeard quote. So let's see here. Rose, sending a call out to Rose Garden, or Swimmeroo, either one. I think that's probably a good time for us to to call the stream when we're listening to this eerie music. So I'm just gonna see if I can get one of my mods here to appear. Come on, guys. Come on. Get on there. Type it in. Basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna look for someone we can raid, is what I'm gonna do. I don't know, is there anybody in the kin? Cast summon mod. Foggy Lorne has followed. Thank you very much. And Poodle Tang has followed. Thank you very much. I missed Pootie Tang. Missed that. Yes. And Oppo Sumpete has followed. Wow, all these follows. That's awesome. Thank you very much for following, guys. I'm really happy that you decided to join the Steely Dad 2021 broadcast and our stream. So, Jay, maybe you can help me with this, or anyone. I'm gonna try to find if I know who I want to raid. Let's see here. Let's have a look. I'm gonna tab out here, so hopefully my thing doesn't totally freeze up. And I don't have chat up. This is a noob trying to find someone to raid here, so. Okay, I've got Adiel Varathorn. Adiel Valathorn.
Some of the
I don't know how
the graphics
to,
and stuff, and all the places that he's gone, he showed me next.
Okay. I'm not really sure. Yeah, not really sure. And my mods are gone. So I think she's a good person to raid. So can someone tell me how I can do this here? Swimmeroo was showing me, and I can't remember what he did. Type raid. Okay. So in the chat, do I do this? Okay. All right, thanks, Manbear J. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close off, and I'm going to play you a little bit of exit music, to kind of just ease everybody out of the stream, and then we'll do as my friend says of the old Raider Rooney. And anyway, so in summary, thanks for joining me. It's been about a week since I've broadcast and since I've streamed, so really appreciate everybody coming and joining the stream. And if we've had several new followers tonight, and thank you so much for doing that. Really appreciate it. I'm still very new. This is only my 17th or 18th stream altogether. So I got a lot of missions done for the first time. That was cool. And hope you enjoyed, some of the opinions that were thrown around and some of the discussions. And if you want a place on the Treebeard server, the Flatulent Flautists are recruiting. So go ahead and add Manbear J or add Steely Dad, just Steely Dad, not 2021, to your friends list, and send us a message, and we'll get you in here to become legendary. So without any further ado, until our next meeting, and I will send that raid out after some good old Lotro exit music here. So thanks, and good night, everyone.